You cannot buy them from anywhere else with your wallet. Yeah, I'm keeping this baby here until the end of the video because I'm gonna have to use it hard. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about PvP gear in AION 6.0. I'm going to take you on a journey of random PvP gear piece, the best PvP gear in game, and we're going to see everything from when you get it to how you upgrade it to how much it costs, etc, etc. Yeah, many of you have been asking me to make an in-depth video about the new PvP gear because so many of you are curious how it works, how you get it, is it pay to win, something about it. So we're gonna talk about everything, guys, in this video. Yeah, before we get into the actual item, let me just give you a quick sum of the PvP gear in 6.0. So the patch comes obviously with three qualities in terms of gear. There's yellow, there's purple, there's red. Now, yellow is called ancient, purple is legendary, and red is ultimate. PvP gear is no exception. It's part of these three qualities, and there's obviously three qualities of PvP gear. Now, there is the best PvP gear in terms of base stats and extra stats, obviously. There is the second best. There is a third one which ties with the second best in terms of stats and extra stats, and then there's everything else: purple, ancient, which is yellow, etc. We don't care about everything else, but I'm gonna tell you what they are anyway. The best PvP gear, I'm playing Asmodian, of course. You can get it from Temple of Wisdom. These merchants right here sell you the starting point of the best PvP gear in game. Now, how the best gear in game works is that you get the starting point, a fabled piece, a yellow piece. You cannot get all of a sudden straight from the get-go the red. You have to get the yellow. The yellow you upgrade to purple with some mats and some abyss points, and the purple you upgrade to red. And that is how you get red best PvP gear from these merchants, and these merchants only. There's nowhere else merchants for PvP gear except these here in the endgame zone. There's no convert on Machutan, general or governor section in there. There's nothing like that. Yeah, if you're an Ilios, of course you get it from here, Sanctuary of Ancient Life, but yeah, I'm not playing Ilios, so cannot show you exactly the merchant's location. The second best and the third best, I told you they're tied. Yeah, they are the crafted PvP gear, which also comes in three qualities: yellow, purple, and red. And there is the exchange gear, which is gonna be given out in exchange to some people that have right now plus 20, plus 25, plus 30 gear. Yeah, those two sets, crafted and the exchange gear, are the second best sets in game. And yeah, that's how you get them. You either craft them or you get them as an exchange for your current PvP gear if it's at a certain enchant level. I don't know what that level is because Gameforge at the moment of this video and NCSoft, NC West hasn't told us any specifics in terms of that. Okay, cool, so let's get going with the item. I say we go for a weapon because it's pretty cool to look at a weapon, and I say we go for a two-hander so I can also talk about combining items and stuff like that while we do our thing. There is obviously two versions. We're looking at the staff right now. There is this version that has accuracy and physical attack as a bonus stat, and there is this version that has HP and physical attack. Obviously in patch 6.0 accuracy is more important than HP, so we're gonna go for accuracy. Every class has a lot of HP. Primeval fragments, it costs to get it. Where you get primeval fragments, I'm not gonna get into very many details about where you get stuff like that, but you get primeval fragments, for example, from war quests, the ones that you need to kill Ilios. You also get primeval fragments from farming your PvE quests in these camps like 4.0, you know, North and South Catalan. So it's not hard at all to get this particular weapon. It basically takes like what, 2 days of doing all of your fragment quests, and there you go, you have it. So let's purchase this particular stuff. We have it right here, and this is all you can do from those merchants. You can purchase everything, of course, but every piece of gear, I mean, from accessories to feathers to armor to weapons, but only the yellow version. We go here, 2 doors down the road. I've told you in my video Lockroom tour, I've told you that this merchant is important because he upgrades our PvP gear from yellow to purple, from purple to red. Why doesn't he want to do it now? I cannot click OK. It is simple. I have all the mats. It costs 5 million Abyss points to get the first stage. It costs legendary iridium fragments of fighting. Legendary iridium fragments of fighting, get them from sieges, from PvP, from dredgens, etc. Both of these things. Not so easy to get as the primeval fragments. However, you need to grind for them. You need to do PvP for them. You cannot buy them from anywhere else with your wallet. Yeah. I'm keeping this baby here until the end of the video because I'm gonna have to use it hard. So I cannot do it because the item needs to be plus 15, and also the mana stone slots need to be unlocked, all 3 of them. So let's start working on this item, guys. We're going to use these red stones for no particular reason, just because I don't want to make this video half an hour long. And while I'm doing this, let me tell you about combining items, two-handed weapons in 6.0. There's no augmenting, there's no enhancing, there's no idiom, there's no stuff like that. However, you can still combine two-handed weapons. By the way, speaking about stuffs, just a random fact that popped in my head, there's no magic boost stuffs or casting speed stuffs or anything like that. Yeah, there's only attack speed with physical stat stuffs. So rip clerics that wanna DPS with the stuff in 6.0. yeah, cool, unless you want to use crit strike and physical attack as a cleric. If you look at this particular stuff, you have PvP damage in the optional stats. You have PvP damage 142 and PvP defense 142. Yeah, if this stuff is gonna get to purple, the PvP damage and PvP defense, not the one in the brackets, just the base values, are going to obviously grow. So my point is that when you combine two weapons, they kinda have to be both of them PvP weapons, because attack speed doesn't stack from one to the other. But as you can see on my current weapon, that is 2 red PvP weapons combined with each other. It's a staff as well, so you can see that my PvP damage on the top weapon stacks with my PvP damage from the bottom weapon. Attack speed is grayed out on the bottom, that's because it doesn't stack. However, that's pretty normal in the history of AION. But PvP damage and defense stacks. Not the ones in the brackets, I repeat, only the base value, and the base value grows larger and larger the better the grade of the item. Yeah, the value in the stats is important for the main weapon, as you can see in my existing one, but not for the combine. If I would combine my red weapon, which has 176 PvP damage and PvP defense, with this particular yellow weapon, which has 142, I would get underneath my red weapon 142, which is definitely not ideal. So if you want the best of the best, it has to be red PvP with red PvP underneath. Yeah, there is another option, of course. There are pretty nice extendable weapons in 6.0. However, the extendable weapons are PvE weapons. So because of that, you need to give up one of the stats, PvP attack and defense. If you use the extendable as your main and you combine it with a PvP one underneath, then you will basically lose the default PvP damage and defense value that you could have gotten from combining two PvP weapons. So this weapon is ready to go, boys. We're going to go here, we're going to add it, and now we can press OK. 5 million Abyss points, as I've told you. And I have the purple version. Purple version, again the same thing. I need to have it plus 15 with 3 mana stones unlocked. It costs fragments of fighting and ultimate demium this time. Even rarer material to acquire than the purple demium. Still acquirable through in-game means. No cash shop, at least in Korea. I hope it comes the same in Europe. Otherwise this game is completely down the drain. So let's enchant it. Yeah, what else can I tell you about combining? If you, as I was saying, if you want to combine extendable with a PvP weapon underneath, then you're gonna be losing the base value of PvP damage and defense. If you want to do that just because it's extendable, maybe for some classes is worth it, like I don't know, maybe for gladiators, I don't know, Templars, Chanters, these classes are popular to actually use extendable weapons in the past. Will they continue to use? Is 176 PvP damage and defense not as important as having an extendable? I don't know. It remains to be seen, it remains to be tested, and people will decide obviously for themselves. A couple of other random facts while we finish this weapon about PvP items. You cannot enchant a PvP item like this one. It says there under the name, it says it's PvP. You cannot enchant it with a PvE stone, and you cannot enchant a PvE weapon, for example, with a PvP stone, so that you would get, for example, PvP stats on your PvP extras in brackets or something like that on your extendable weapon, yeah, just so you can get at least a little bit. So you cannot cheat the system in that way. 6.0, getting the gear in general and grinding for it is not gonna take an eternity, but it is gonna take some time. It is still a grinding game if you want this, the best one, and that's one of the beauties of the patch, that it's still a nice game. When this item is going to be done, hopefully we can get past plus 14. When this item is going to be done, you're going to see that the red version comes under an enigma. Wait, did we unlock the mana stone slots? We didn't. The red version comes under an enigma, and I've talked about stat rerolling in my stat rerolling video, and you should go watch it. Today I'm going to show you stat rerolling again a little bit just on this PvP gear, so you guys can actually see 20 million abyss points, and these are the mats that are extra for me to get the red version. Of course, red version comes again 0 unenchanted. I need to enchant it once more, so you need a lot of enchantment stone, boys, yeah. Identifying the item gives me the optional stats, yeah, and the optional stats that we got, for example, here are attack speed 19%, mana, physical attack, and accuracy. We're gonna work on it. We're not gonna change it because I will tell you why. There are two buttons here. One of them is the one that I talked about with re-rolling your stats, all of them at once for Kina, yeah. If I press this button, I'm going to change all of them and get random ones. I don't want to do this because it's boring for this video. I'm not going to go through it again, but if you want to see how this works, go watch my stat rerolling video. Obviously, it works the same on best PvE gear as it does on best PvP gear. Crafted gear and the exchange gear that I talked about at the beginning of the video, PvP ones, they don't have this option to reroll your stats. They have fixed lower stats without any option to reroll, without any RNG. Some people will like the crafted gear more because it costs them no Kina to reroll, it costs them no Kuna. Look here, I'm bringing my wallet, boys. No Kuna to keep a stat and keep working on it, yeah. However, this is definitely superior gear. This is the best, while that one is the second best. So if I want more accuracy here, or maybe if I want more mana, or maybe if I want more physical attack than 168, because you can get 260 something, cannot even see from the UI, but it doesn't matter, it's a lot more. You're losing right here 100 attack, and if I would be just to reroll for Kina, which I can farm in game, then I would change all of my stats. Maybe I don't want to lose the attack speed, maybe I don't want to lose the accuracy, maybe I don't want to lose the physical attack, maybe I just want to lose the mana. That's not possible unless you just simply reroll. Not possible with real money, not possible with in-game means anyhow. So this is what we did. We got crit strike, we got fewer attack speed, we got healing boost instead of my physical attack that I had before, which is crap, and we kept the mana, yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that when you have good stats here, 4 of them good, maybe HP, crit strike, attack speed, and physical attack, yeah, or maybe you give up HP and you go for accuracy, crit strike, attack speed, physical attack. You go to this nice button here with this baby that I have in my left hand, and you start fine-tuning these particular stats. I got 211 crit strike, boys, when the tops is 349. So I am losing 138 crit strike just on this weapon, and I know that it's a weapon, it has the highest value of crit strike. Maybe the chest piece also has the same high, but I'm just saying, I lose 130 here, I lose 130 on my chest, I lose 130 on my combined weapon, and there you go, that's already 400 crit strike that I'm losing. And in 6.0 the caps have been changed. It is super hard to reach even a 40% crit chance crit rate in 6.0 because you just don't have enough crit strike. So the patch is very smartly made for you to be forced to use real money, because Kuna is untradeable, and you might be thinking, yo, you can get it from in-game, right? If this system is here, they're not crazy enough to just add this and force you to use your credit card, right? But guys, they are. Kuna is not obtainable in-game. There are 2 quests, and one of them is win 250 Dredgens, and the other one is, I don't know, participate in 7 million sieges. And yeah, you get 20 and 30 Kuna out of those quests. The Dredgen quest gives you 30 Kuna. So after you finish winning 250 Dredgens, by the way, there's like only like 1 or 2 Dredgens per day or something like that in 6.0, you get to reroll one stat 10 times. So I'm gonna try 10 times on my attack speed to get 19%, because I like all of these other 3, and then when I'm done with this, I'm gonna go on my healing boost because I want 176, and then on my crit strike because I finally want to have a 30% crit chance rate. So as you can see, guys, this is the very definition of pay to win. There's no more pay to win than this particular system right here, where you cannot get the currency in game through any means, through any amount of time spent in game or grinding or whatever. You simply need to pay real money on top of the monthly subscription that AION requires, which is the gold pack, because AION is not a free-to-play game. AION is a subscription game, because you need that thing in order to be here. Otherwise, you're just gonna be here and all your friends are gonna be here. You're not gonna have any friends because you're not playing with anyone, because you don't have dungeon cooldowns, you don't have dredging cooldowns, you don't have shit. So yeah, I'm just saying, on top of that, you need to add here so you can get the maximum amount of crit strike. They made the patch very smartly. It's a nice patch. I'm gonna say it again, fantastic ideas behind the patch. But also, they also added this nice pure pay to win system where yeah, you can just fine tune any of these stats, and you kind of need to fine tune, because if I would have perfect stats here, I don't want to fuck them up by retuning the whole thing, right? So I just want to take them one by one, and that's my point. You need to have Kuna deposited by yourself. I'm not saying that this system is going to make the whole patch bad. I'm just saying that this system is mega disgusting and mega pay to win, and 1 or 2 more small mistakes from our publisher side, or 1 or 2 more nerfs in drops, or 1 or 2 more nerfs in how much Kuna costs, and it's already super bad, because this is pay to win. If the Kuna is gonna be expensive and it's gonna cost me €1 for 3 Kuna or something stupid like that, then the patch is already done. It's a great patch, but this already brings it down by a lot. How much will our publishers bring it down? I don't know. Maybe you can tell me in the comments below. Tell me what you think about this system, and tell me what you think about getting gear in general. PvP gear is really nice, but that's my opinion. You can tell me your opinion in the comments below. What do you think about getting the gear and grinding for it? This is only obtainable through in-game means, only the stats, reroll, fine-tuning. That's the pay to win with real money thing. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish you lots of love, and I'm gonna see you soon.